Hi guys, it's JJ from Barks, Trips, and Squeals, and today I am going to be doing a Hutch tour, and I just cleaned them out, but this is basically how they look all the time because I do clean them almost every day. So I'm going to start with the guinea pig Hutch, and I'll show you her door. Now she just has this little Minnie Mouse thing. I drew her because mice remind me of guinea pigs because of their little ears, so I put that on her little Hutch. And then she has this little blue bow because we are in October, but October is almost over and it's almost Halloween. So I thought, why not start decorating for Thanksgiving and Christmas? I'm obsessed with that holiday, so I also have some tinsel here. Okay, so then I just have this little like wood thing, and the paint's completely safe. It's crackle paint, so it's supposed to look like that. And then here, she just has her little bowl for her pellets, which is empty because I give them pellets as a treat. They're fed on a natural diet. And then here she has natural wood that my dad just cut for me, and she likes to munch on that. And then for her fleece, she just has a little quilt here and then some fleece over here, and it's just like this minty green. And then over in the back, she has her first water bottle, which is super small. It was like meant for birds. And then out here, she has her medium-sized water bottle, and this is the Lixit water bottle. Now, this is probably my favorite part of her cage. It's super cute, so let's go in. So this is her first ever cage. When I got her, I didn't expect to get her, so I took a shelf and I made that into her cage, and it's super small and it's horrible to have a guinea pig in here. But I thought I would put it in her hutch anyways, so because she's so used to it. So in here she just has flooring, and then everything fits perfectly in here, which is why I love it and why I think it's so cute. So here she just has her little Heidi house, and this is just a box, and I just cut the like front off of it, and then she has a little mat that you put under the water bottles like when they're leaky, but I just use that because she does urinate in there sometimes. And then she has her litter box because I am currently trying to train her to use a litter box, and then it's filled with hay. And then here she just has another piece of natural wood with hay on top of it. And on top of there, she just has hay, so she can get hay from all around her litter box, which is really cool if you ask me. So that was my guinea pig's cage, and her name's Cruella, and she's just over here munching on some hay. But that was my guinea pig's cage, and yeah, so she doesn't have much in there because both the guinea pig and the rabbit are more like indoor pets, but they have an outdoor hutch because they sleep here. But they're technically indoors all day because I take them out for playtime every other day, and sometimes every day because, yeah, it's kind of cute. So here is the rabbit cage. So the rabbit hutch no longer has a tribal rabbit. I used to have a tribal rabbit, but I took it off because after I lost my first rabbit, I was kind of mad and I ripped it off, and I haven't had time to make another one. And he also has this little cute bow here. And that is my old rabbit's name. I'm not taking it off because I can't. It makes me too sad. And my new rabbit is Pongo. So there's Pongo just munching on some hay. So here is the hutch, and yeah, as you can tell, we made the hutches quite just because they need a lot of room to like run around and play. So the first thing I have in Pongo's cage is just his pellets bowl, and his is slightly bigger. It was actually a match, and my dad bought me this at Petco as a present. So basically these two go together, and that's like a water bowl and a pellets bowl for a rabbit. But yeah, my rabbit doesn't drink water from a bowl anymore, but I have that there just in case. And then he just has fleece as well, and he just has this white fleece, and it's super cute. Just, he got white fleece because he is litter trained. I did get to litter train him because when I got him, I trained him right away, and I'm so proud of myself because he doesn't poop on his fleece or anything. Cruella does poop a little bit still, but you know. And then he just has a store-bought cage because my first rabbit was used to this cage because that's the first cage I had him in. And yeah, so I didn't want to take it out, and now I can't take it out because the door is too small, and we put it in before we put the roof in, so I can't really take it out anymore, if that makes sense. So then for his ladder, he just has this little natural wood as well that my dad cut down for me, and he has some hay on his little ladder. So inside his hutch, he just has a little quilt, and it's just this blue feathery quilt, and he has his ball. And then he has this little jingly, he likes the jingly noise. He just has that little jingly stocking because I decorated for Christmas quite early. And then he has his little litter tray, and he just has some hay in there, and the guinea pig gets in there. And then if his ears would move, and then he has this little hay rack. And yeah, so as you can tell, I try to put hay in as many places as I can. So the guinea pig has one on the wood stool, her litter box, and on the top. And he has one in a hay rack, his litter box, and on a little wood stool. So yeah, I try to put it in as many places as possible. And then he just has that grid there, and it's pink. I know I'm going to move it maybe. And then he just has one water bottle because he has a pretty large water bottle, but he does drink a lot of water. So now I'm going to be moving on to basically in general, so I'll show you guys. This hutch is made up mostly of chicken wire, and we just got this chicken wire at Home Depot. And it was pretty cheap price, and we have quite a lot left over actually. Then we have this center line here just so we had somewhere to nail the doors in. And then next we got that little really thin wood. It's not super thin, it's that thick, like what you see right here, but it's wood's normally thicker than that. As you can see here, it's pretty thick. But yeah, we just have this little thin wood to separate the two hutches, but they have a little door in the back, which you guys can't see, but they have a little door in the back so that Pongo can go into the guinea pig cage and that the guinea pig can go into Pongo's cage. And yeah, so it's almost entirely made of chicken wire. We just have some wooden posts to hold it, and then the roof is wood then again. And then the doors are both exactly the same. They're just these little wooden doors, and they have these gold little handles here, and we got them at Home Depot. Next, we just have some hinges here, and yeah, so we have some hinges, and my dad got those at Ace Hardware. And then we just have these from Home Depot, and don't think that because I'm not using them anymore, they don't work. These are absolutely amazing. I love you, Home Depot. They're totally awesome, and they close the door super well, so I didn't have to worry about any predators. So basically, all you do is put this on there, and then you put this little hole thing, and you lift it, and it goes in. So it's harder for raccoons because they don't just move it like that. They have to move it up and inside, so raccoons are pretty smart, so it's hard to keep them out. But now we just have these hinges from Ace Hardware because it's easier for me to open them. I do put extra protection on it. I have a little block thing that goes here so that nobody can open the door. And then we just have this little thing here so that it wouldn't go through here, and it could give them a poke in the eye. And this is from, I don't know where that's from. So yeah, and then we just have this little wooden thing because I used to put the water bottle here. That's the only reason that's there. So that's how I used to measure how far from the ground it had to be. We are going to get this fixed, which is why that's there. But at the moment, we don't really need to because the rabbit doesn't get out. So that was the Hutch Tour, and I'll show you guys one more time what I used to have them in. So if I didn't have the hutch, Pongo and my last rabbit would have just lived in this small little cage, and that is horrible even for rabbits, even though it has